bring back solo competitive games. Yeah, probably. All right, YouTube, what up? It's Neace. We've seen this replay before from the, what was it, from the top's perspective. Now we're seeing it from the ADC's perspective. Inting is the thing that makes me want to punch nuns. I know. I know. It's true. We've seen this replay. Now we're seeing it from a different point of view. From exactly, from double not. Guys, if you enjoyed today's stream, seriously, consider hitting the follow button. If you really like the stream, consider subbing. Shit really helps. I do this all the time, and the sub and Patreon communities are both like super important to this stuff. So I really appreciate it. What do we got here? We both leashed? Yeah, we both did a leash. Kind of a wild trade by Blitzcrank there. I would be emphasizing hitting level 2 now that we've done that. Really bizarre. Go, Blitz. Do it. Why rush it, you cocksucker? I know. I hate that shit, man. That's what I'd be thinking if I was ADC Jhin right now. Never seen this ADC matchup before. I hope you're being sarcastic. Alright, you need to get a ward down. I don't suspect that I'm getting ganked because I mean, let's turn off the fog anyways. Because we have, you know, this guy was, he was most definitely leashed because you both showed up bot at the same time. And in most cases, people are playing very face up in the ladder. So you know that if he shows up at the same time as you, they probably leashed just like you did. But if we're going to be pushing, I would really like Vision down. Blitzcrank's going to do it for you, which is bro. But now, if we ward, I would really like Vision here. That will really help. Make sure that we don't get cheesed. But yeah, I don't think we're ever getting ganked. Now we know he's top, so we know we're safe. So the ward isn't as important. It's also Zir mid. Roam's probably not going to happen very often. This Blitzcrank is killing me. It's pretty much, it's the worst thing about Blitzcrank support is like, I love playing Blitzcrank support, but I also like know how to apply pressure without wasting my fucking hook. Magic SQT. Thank you very much. Love you, man. Welcome. Drop some hype train for him. There we go. He waddled in there. Exhaust. Beats some ass. Hook coming out. Bam! That is actually a decent play. Alright, so, I'd probably just go ahead and reset here soon. We don't have the ward down. I'll be a little scared that I'm getting ganked sometimes. Oh, man, you are playing with fire, dude. I know you see this fucking trail. You should have already been gone. I hope you don't die here. I don't think you can. Hey, thanks, Magic. Welcome. I'm glad I could encourage you to sub, man. I really do appreciate it. It's not just bullshit. The bench, dude. So far, so good, buddy. You gotta bear with me on this one because this is one of those types of champions where the coaching is very limited by the champion's kit. He's very one-dimensional, at least early on. We could talk more about ults and shit as the game progresses. But it's just the nature of Jhin. I am curious to why you didn't W off of the Blitzcrank knockup, though. A little snappier on that. I mean, you hit it. I don't know how he misses, actually. This is the worst type of lane because you're so reliant on the dude hooking. Glad you brought a pink ward. That's good play. We still have our summoners. Waiting for level 6. Farm is okay. Obviously could be better. Always could be better. It's just how farm is. But, to be fair, you're dealing with heavy poke lane, and you're reliant on your support who isn't offering you any, like, utility in lane. Bam! Alright, the hook comes down. This is where things get interesting. Dude, you played that pretty damn well, I think. I mean, that was rough. That was a lot of fucking damage. I think you played that pretty decent. You gotta step back. I say that, and then Sejuani shows up. Basically, what I was saying is you got to start stepping back, because as soon as Varus hits 6, he's going to ult you. But see, what happens here is that Sejuani shows up at about the same time. So thankfully, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to look at this again. So she did hit the slow at least. I just don't get why this Sejuani didn't just take the pink ward here. That's some retarded ass shit. But so far, you're just kind of at the mercy of your teammates here, buddy. Your play with the flashing and healing out of the gangplank ult was probably correct. I think you were dead if you didn't do that the way you played it. I think you would probably die there. So that's all well and good. The Sejuani, yeah, the Sejuani, she needed to just hop the wall and just go for the engage over the wall. Like, there's just absolutely no need to play it. Okay, this, I don't see how you're ever killing him here, so I disagree with this. There's just no way you're killing him here. So I don't know why you're doing that, because it has no follow-up. You have Blitzcrank coming down bot. So this is where we can actually start piecing together your gameplay. Because you didn't do anything just absolutely atrocious in lane. You're playing with a Blitzcrank support, which any ADC worth of shit hates Blitzcrank support unless the Blitzcrank's like a god. I don't like this ult because it has no kill potential, ever. I don't even know if you kill him. I wanted to threaten him and farm a little more. But, like, you're not threatening anybody. The odds of you even threatening him are actually slim unless you hit all 4. And then, if you hit all 4, then yes, you are free to farm. But why do that when you have Blitzcrank coming? And now you don't have that ult, so it's a little thin for you to do much of anything else. So yeah, I don't agree with that ult. I think you would be... I think you can get better. Like, all right, let's say that you keep the ult and you just kind of chill, right? And you both reset lane. You could start doing some shit like pushing, like while the Varus is back. If you kept ult, you could push the lane, and you could look for a roam to mid, where you ult mid. Skate Hampton, thanks for 5 months. Your ult is almost back up too. This, by the way, as Jhin, I really want you putting this into your arsenal. All right. If you're not snowballing lane, you need to move to here and ult into mid. All right. You need to do it. You need to try to do it occasionally. It needs to be like a poker player has a frequency of moves, like triple, bluffing and playing certain hands aggressively and That's kind of what I want from you out of Jhin if you're going to play Jhin. Occasionally, I want you walking over here and looking to pick mid, okay? I want you looking for that pick. All right? Especially in a lane like this where nothing's getting done. Because you need to put those types of plays into your arsenal so that you can find spots to carry the game. Obviously, we're not going to get much out of this guy. We're not getting much out of Shit's Crank over here, right? He's not going to be doing much for us. Often. And eventually, what's going to start happening is this, right? Where we start getting fucking... There is no way you die here, right? Holy God! Dude. I gotta give you credit where credit's due. That dying there is just... Daffy, thanks for 3 months. Yeah, Blitz didn't peel for you at all. I mean, he did, but he's late. I mean, that is just... That was just ridiculous. And when I'm just thinking about that play. So, in terms of, like, your play there, I think you were fine. Honestly. I think this is a very unfortunate game. Because you have to lane with the Blitzcrank, and then you get dives like that. That's a very... That is out of your control, dude. Like, if they do that dive, though, like, even killing you, I'm not entirely sure it's that worth, but... Yeah, that's just, you know, you pick Jhin and they went ham on you. And your Orianna is fail ulting. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this dude's name? JFK had no wind wall. Wow. I use Epic Pen to draw. That was a good name. That's a top name. If all my shitty teammates had hilarious names, I wouldn't get as angry. There's really nothing you can do, dude. This is a very dry lane. Other than what I was telling you about mixing in roams to mid. This lane's dry as fuck. Taking a lot of unnecessary poke that you could probably avoid, though. That's just mechanics, though. Clean it up or don't, you know what I mean? I think you just get outplayed here. Yeah. Also, if you're gonna, like, you needed to focus the Vel'Koz. Apollos, thanks for 4 months. Love you, dude. He's in. He's definitely dead here. It was weird. Your targeting was very weird. Like, your ult actually wasn't that bad, really, given, you know, it's unfortunate that he's just in range to knock you up. But, like, you're there. You need to hit him. Right there. See where you hit Jhin for some reason. This guy's stuck. It was very weird. And you would have gotten a kill on Vel'Koz, for sure. So it was a very bizarre R there. And not so much that you went for it, was because you targeted Jhin first, which was weird. The bench, boys. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, you basically, you poked up when you really didn't have any business doing it. The Vel'Koz canceled out your mega play, and I think you just overstayed at that point. Like, your play, if you get the ult off and you were uninterrupted, you definitely won lane there. Or at least won that trade. Nice. The lethality is good. The build is fine, as far as I can tell.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Mid is losing pretty hard right now. I mean, he's not losing like terribly or anything, but losing his tower is bad. And I apologize. Some champions in games are very, very tough to coach because it's just like the nature of the champions that we pick and the matchups. So here, the ult lead is good. Sejuani's coming. Fuck my ult, dude. That's what this Sejuani just did. And you're on a spree. Nice. I just want to see that fucking clutch. With the clown music. Look at this. How do people do that with Sejuani? Like, I will never understand. And furthermore, why is he throwing that ult there? Why not just throw it XD? Why not just throw it over here? That guy's dead. Like, there's no fucking way. I just don't understand, dude. And you know my favorite part about that guy is he's got the tongue out, like he's got the skin with the fucking tongue out. If that isn't the skin to be throwing your ult into the trees, like I just don't know what it, like that has to be the best one. Tongue just hanging out, flinging his ult into the fucking trees. Love it. You coach D2, One Trick Pony TF. I know a lot about TF. That could probably help you. If that's what you play. The Wicker Man! Thank you. The Wicker Man on that stream grind. With the 5 viewers. Gotta start somewhere, dude. Dude. I started with diddly squat, dude. Pretty boring game overall. It's ADC in 2K17 though, so. I don't buy into this because I just don't see how you expect to get the kill even if you hit it. If Sejuani has ult, I don't mind your ult, but she didn't have it yet, so I don't like that one. And that's what you need to do as Jhin. You need to process, like, if I lead here with ult, how's the follow-up looking? You know? How's it gonna look? I think my wife's home. I heard doors slamming, which means there's a gentle creature in the apartment. Either that or there's a robber who's gonna stab me. Is that a gentle creature?
Yeah, Phil's leaving lights on. Like it's
Hey!
fucking
I'm
Las
gonna...
Vegas or something.
Hey!
Like, you know,
I paid for those lights.
No, you don't. I do.
I paid for everything.
That's true. Actually, you do.
Yeah,
I
I'm-
paid for water.
Yeah, I paid for them lights. You can't blame me for this. Got those gentle creatures.
Someone's like lost. Saying back from basic.
What?
Someone says back from basic. Okay.
They did?
Yeah.
A gentle military trained machine. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, GP got the kill. The barrel, it looks like. Your ult's coming up. Do we have anything? No. This is all good, dude. This is a rough game, man. Like, you're doing great things. It's not like you're playing like a monkey, really. There's some ult selection stuff, and unfortunately that's a lot of what Jhin becomes. So, Blitz actually does do some peeling for you there. Vel'Koz makes a pick. He's way more useful than your support is right now. That's just Blitzcrank in a nutshell. Okay, your positioning was kind of wiggity whack there, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what you were doing. Like, I don't know why. I don't understand why you didn't just ult lead on this spot. Because that hook, you're fighting GP. Sejuani has ult. Just ult lead as opposed to what you did. You walk it in and you just tank so much. Like, you do not want to be getting close to these guys, like, ever. And you can't afford to get chunked out of the fight like this because that's what happens, right? It was very strange that you didn't go for the ult lead from out of range. And the other thing is you're poking. You're not really engaging. Look at this situation here in a second. You're facing a team comp of GP, Azir, and Varus. You don't want to get anywhere near them if you can avoid it. And the key thing you need to remember is you're so fed that your ult actually does a lot of fucking damage if you hit it. So, in my eyes, any opportunity that you can lead with ult versus this composition, just remember, squishy comps lead with ult more often. With a higher frequency. Comps that are beefier and are going to have like big front lines, then you want to kite back and then ult as they try to run away. So here, squishy target gets knocked or grabbed. You were here, you moved all the way to here. Just R. Just R and win the fight from range. And then after you've got the advantage, then you can play up close. But you can't afford to give these guys free damage on you. Because a lot of Jhin's, a lot of his viability right now is that he does pick and choose the spots, so you can't afford to die with your ult up versus squishy comp. Not saying that your team was God's gift to League either, because this was a rough one. But you need to understand that you dying first is unacceptable. Even if your team is shitting the bed, you cannot die first. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Bait your team to the fucking bitter end. I got a guy in here that has played with me duo before, the Taco guy. I keep it Taco. He plays only Jhin. Jhin one trick pony, right? He will never, you will never, ever, ever, you will never see him dying for free like that. Ever. He will not do it. And that's important to play Jhin. Good ult. This is what I wanted earlier. That's the difference between good Jhin and amazing Jhin. He's always alive in every fucking fight. And he just baits the shit out of his team. Constant. That's what you need to do, buddy. You're kind of with your teammates right now, so I'm not going to flame you too hard here. GP ults try to engage. Okay. Bait the shit out of your team means, as the ADC, you're playing, like, Jhin plays like a, I mean, all ADCs should pretty much bait their team, but mobile ADCs have to do it even more, because they can't individually, like, wiggle and move their way through a team fight. So, Jhin is all about, at its core, it's all about playing behind your team, using your ult, and then you deal damage, like, you shred tanks, you shred any front line that tries to jump to you, and then you re-engage with ult, or you engage with ult versus squishy lineups, which we talked about. But you never die first. Because if you die first, that's like an absolute no-go. That's how you lose. Jhin's very similar to, like, Lux, GP, Victor, shit like that, in that he controls a lot of space, got some decent wave clear, and can always take a fight over if people get too out of line. Mona Skills, thanks for the 2 months in a row. Yeah, you were just asking to get dumped on there. You're lucky he didn't flash wall you. You're outer. This seems a little wacky. You guys fucking get it, though. There's your ult, finally. Now back. You back. Back. Press B. Press B. Press B. Look at all this time you're wasting. Press B. Why would you walk instead of pressing B? Unless you were trying to get gold. 900. Is he using Edge of Night? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, wait. What is the static shiv? Thanks for catching that. What is the static shiv about? I don't think I've ever seen that. Isn't rapid fire cannon the one? I messed up. Isn't it rapid fire cannon here? And then like IE. Noob. That face. No! Why you make fun of me? Yeah, no, you're fine, dude. Let's just making sure that that wasn't like your standard line going fucking static shiv on Jhin. My static shiv core build. Blitz makes a pick. Dragon's up. Darius kills GP. That's huge. Why aren't you ulting him? Bruh! Yo. This is unacceptable. This is the shit that loses games, dude. Why do you not see this as a mega power play? Dude, you need to fucking Ghost Blade and you need to ult him right now, dude. That's not... This is actually probably your worst mistake of the replay. So Darius makes the play top. All right. He makes the kill, gets the tower. You need to pressure this. Like, you need to run forward and square up and fucking ult now. And this needs to happen now. This is a power play. Okay? Go. Look, see how you're not ulting here? Look, this is, dude, this is like, this is urgent. This needs to happen. There's no fucking around here. That way, if you get him low enough, Darius can flank, like, because he's coming off a top, and you can pressure the tower. You also, like, you guys need towers versus that comp. You do ult, and you do eventually siege with it, but it was very late. There was a window where Gangplank was dead, and this guy was on turret where he shouldn't have been. It just needed to be snappier. You need to pressure the tower now. No fucking around. Because you hit one slow, that means you're probably going to get the guy killed. Because you want the pick sooner rather than later. Understand? This was good. You're getting a little crazy. You're getting a little wacky. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like when you reposition towards them, you don't want to do that. That's Azir and Gangplank, dude. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You had to use heal because of that. Just give the inhib. Their comp is way better than yours later, so that's just part of the game. Just gotta turtle it out and wait for a mistake. How do we lose? You guys lose with 4 dragons. This is so wrong. Darius, no. Maybe if you had static shiv, dude. Oh, did they get Baron? That actually is gonna hurt us a lot. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, baby. During that last fight, honestly, as soon as your ADC dies, you run away. I mean, honestly, dude, this really does lose you the game. Like, no doubt about it. This completely fucks you. And this GP is just like, what the fuck? This dude's name is his clan tag is AIDS. With his fucking shitty crit build, GP. That loses you the game. Because in no world is a random solo queue team gonna not fight after that. Yeah. I mean, at least you acknowledge it. Because, I mean, look at it this way. Realistically, you can feel good about this. Because at the end of the day, if you die, you know that this game was pretty much in your hands. And the reason you lost is because game in your hands, you got picked. So now they just collapse on you. 4v5. Darius is just trying to fight. But in all honesty, that was just all you. Yeah, yes. Basically, you're correct. You would go here, and then you would ult out. Well, probably ult Baron to be, ulting Baron would be the most correct move. And then there you go. You'd have been fine. But yeah, dude. So, overall, this was a pretty good replay from you. That's a tragic way to lose, but it was you. I mean, I know that's probably not the best thing to hear. But, I mean, it is. Like, you can't get 100 and 0'd for nothing. It just can't happen. Late in the game, if you get 100 and 0'd like that, the game, it's too deep. Like, your death timer's too deep. Unless your team, all four, and you luck out, and immediately all four of your teammates just back away, and then give Baron up, and you respawn, and then you hold. But, yeah, that's solo queue. That's the risky round when you get picked like that. So, good replay. You know, ult selection, this, I really disagreed with this. This fucking, when you walked up here, and your Darius got the pick, and had pressure on the map, you extend the pressure ASAP. You say, oh, there's a guy at turret. There's 4v5. Let's go, go, go. Ult. You need to go mid and ult. None of this, like, you can't hold that. It needs to be instantaneous. But other than that, this was a good replay. It was a rough one because you had a very weak support and you got a lot of pressure. So I think you played pretty well, dude. And I think there's things you can adjust. But this was pretty solid. All right, man. Anyways. Hope you guys on YouTube enjoyed this one. Some ADC Jhin gameplay. Hope it helps. Please like, subscribe, all that little shit. And I'm out. Peace. Cracks.
Bye.